Hey, how are you guys doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Those of you that may be new to my space, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for established Christian female coaches who desire to accelerate their income and their impact without compromising their Christian values. And hey, so boom, 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 boom. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. I confused myself for a moment. So as you guys come on into this live, say hi, hello, hey, so that I can see who is on here. And so you guys, I want to go ahead and just dive on into the conversation. So if you've been tricking with me since the last week, you know that we've kind of been doing an informal challenge, an informal check-in, where our goal was to set a goal. So we set a revenue goal. So we started last Monday. So what was that? May 23rd, May 23rd. So we set a goal between, May 23rd and today for, setting a revenue goal. And so we've been checking in pretty much each day. We didn't check in over the weekend, but, we've been kind of checking in to see what it was that we've been working on, what it is that we've been doing. I've been dropping a couple of tips and strategies and resources and things like that. And so today is the final day because once again, at the time of this recording, it is May 31st. And so we still have time today. And so my goal is for you can still sign clients today. I don't care if your revenue goal was $10,000, you can still hit that revenue goal today. I saw a post the other day that who said that? Oh my gosh, I forgot where I saw the post. And it was just like, hey, pretty much you can't change anything that happened up until today. But what things can you do today? What can you implement in your business today? And so that's what I want you to focus on. Don't say, well, oh my gosh, I'm just catching on to what it is that you're saying, Bev, and so I missed everything. Well, if today's the first day you're saying anything about this challenge, make a goal to say, okay, well, how much revenue will I generate today? And so that way you can still close clients today. Don't make it seem like this is something, and this is something that I share with my clients. It doesn't have to take you 3, 4, 5, 6 months to sign coaching clients. You can literally sign coaching clients in 24 hours. You can close clients today, period. Well, Bev, in order for me to close clients today, what do I need to do? Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, hey, oh my gosh, hey, Dr. Peggy, hey. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it, Dr. Peggy. So those of you that are wondering, okay, well, what do I need to do today to sign clients today? Let's talk about it. Okay, first and foremost, you're going to need an offer. So what is that offer? What's that thing that's going to solve your ideal client's right now problem? So that also means that you need to know what's going on with your ideal clients. What are their challenges, their pain points? What are those things that they're struggling with? You hear these questions all the time. What are those things that keep them up at night? Because you want that solution. Yes, Dr. Peggy. Yes. And so what you want to ask yourself, once again, what is that problem? What's that right now problem that your ideal client needs solved? And so once again, think about it. What is it that your ideal client is thinking about? Insert yourself into their head, into the conversation that they're having in their head. Ask yourself, what is it that my ideal client is searching out for on Pinterest? What is it that they're over there Googling? What is it that they're over there on YouTube searching out? Is it stuff like, how do I find Mr. Right? How do I lose weight? How do I start X diet? How do I keep track of my calories? How do I get that promotion? What do I need to put in my resume? You see what I'm saying? Like think about the questions that they're asking, those things that they're literally out there on Google, Googling, hey, Regina, hey, what is it that they're searching for over there on YouTube? You want to ask yourself that question. And this right here, when you put it in those terms, it's going to eliminate. Sometimes we can fall into the trap of being very heady. And what I mean by heady is you're using you're using metaphors and similes and all this stuff, and it's going right over your people's head. Get to the root. What is it that they're asking for? Now, a lot of times you'll hear, especially the online spaces, coaches, well, Ben, sometimes they don't know what it is that they need. They may not know what they need, but they're telling you the things that they want. And so as a coach, when they come into your services, you may come in and it may be all about how to find Mr. Right. Let's go back to that example that I just said, how to find Mr. Right. So you may have a program called How to Find Mr. Right. I don't know. But we know in order for that person to be in position for Mr. Right, there are things that they have to work on themselves. It's not about him. It's about her. And so when you get them into the program, then you're able to talk to them and once again get them to turn that mirror to themselves. The same thing. Those of them that are going for the promotion, it's more to it than just the interview skills. It's more to it than just the resume. There are other things that you want to ensure that they work on and that they know and understand. So once again, when people are talking about, when you hear that saying about give them what they want, and then once they get in, give them what they need. It's not about manipulation. It's not about a bait and switch. It's none of those things. It's none of these smoke and mirrors. It's none of that stuff. We know that as coaches, once again, there are underlying things, root causes to things that's keeping them from having the thing that they want. And so a powerful coach will go in for that transformation. And even with myself, when I'm talking about my Revenue Accelerator, yes, in my promotions, you're going to see, because it's true. So I have another post that's going out today about two of my accelerators that had closed over $10,000, and I need to go ahead and double check. I think it was over like $12,000 in five days or something like that. And so when people see those numbers, yes. But also with that accelerator, there's a level of accountability that for a lot of you guys, when you get that level of accountability, because most of you have never experienced that level of accountability like it is in my accelerator. Also, they walk away from that accelerator with more boldness and more confidence, because once again, they know and understand they're tapping into what it is that God has for them in this season, because they have to step boldly into that thing that God has told for them and how it is that God has told them to serve their people in this season through their offer. So they have to be so confident and so bold in the offer that they have out there, because remember, in my accelerator, their goal is to generate at least $20,000, an additional $20,000 in 90 days. Most of them will end up doing, for a lot of them, they're going to see, oh my gosh, they're closing $5,000, $9,000, $30,000 in a week. So a lot of them, what they're thinking when they come into the Revenue Accelerator, what they're actually thinking they're going to generate across the course of 90 days. Some of them will end up generating that in a week. Why is that? Once again, it goes back to, like I said, that boldness and that confidence, them having and realizing, whoa, that what it is that I offer is life-changing. They understand that what they offer is going to transform their ideal clients. So it's way more to it than just generating the revenue. But that's why you see the type of testimonials and things like that from my accelerator. That's the reason why. And so you guys, you have to get to the core and to the heart of what it is when it comes to your ideal clients and how it is that you're supposed to serve. So once again, if you're looking to say, okay, Bev, I'm looking to close my goal today, whatever your goal is, whether or not your goal today is an additional $500, whether or not it's an additional $50,000, I don't know what it is for today. But like I said, you have to be super sold on your offer. Literally for this round of the accelerator. So once again, this round of the accelerator, we kick off the week of June the 30th. Literally, I have people, their goal is $20,000 for the 90 days. Some of them, their goal is $60,000 for the 90 days. Some of them, their goal is $100,000 for the 90 days. And think about being in a container of other women who have revenue goals at that level. So if you're in a space and in a container like that, it does something to you as well. It causes you to step up and say, well, wait a minute, I'm not going to be the weakest link. I'm not going to be the weakest link in this thing right here. And so they really start to dig in and hone in on how it is that God has called them to serve in this season. So I want you to think about what it is that you offer. So you notice that's a group space. So think about the environment that your group space, if you have a group program, think about the environment that you want to create. I know with my accelerators, because we are believers in business, that once again, those sessions are Holy Spirit led. When I tell you, thank you, Dr. Peggy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When I tell you that those sessions are Holy Spirit filled, we've literally had sessions where they've been prophesying over one another, breaking out in prayer and scripture and all of those things. So once again, that space is different. So think about the space in the container that you have your people in if you offer a group coaching program. How is that going to impact their lives? Think about those things, because once again, you want to think about the space that you're cultivating. So when you're talking to people today about your offer, you can talk to them about the space that you've created. Think about why they would want to be in a space like that. That type of thing. Okay? So like I said, we have the offer. Once again, we've gotten into the headspace of my ideal client. And then the next thing you want to have, let's have conversations. You guys always hear me talk about there are two ways or two distinct ways that I talk about having conversations. One is literally having conversations via your content, your messaging. So look at the content that you're putting out there. Does it speak to your ideal client? Does it speak to what's going on with your ideal client? Does it help your ideal client to solve a problem? Can your ideal client see how you can help them in solving their problem? Do they see you as the solution? Look at your content. Does your content do all of that? So literally you have conversations via your content. Have you been having conversations with them via your content? Because it's a two-step process. It's a two-pronged process. What I'm getting ready to tell you, to say, you can't have one without the other. You have to have both. So that might mean today you may have to have more than one post. There you go, Regina. Yeah, why would they want to be in that space? What will be in that space, in that container? How will it support them, in your case, when it comes to them in their events? What's the power of them being in that space together? And so you guys, once again, look at that content that you're putting out there. Does it speak to their problem? Do they see you as the answer, as the solution? You guys, I'm telling you, when you do, you will literally have people either on that post or in your inbox. And so that's when you know that you have that compelling messaging. And once again, they should be your ideal clients. So even for yourself, that content, it should resonate with them enough to where it gets them to move in some capacity, but it should also move you as well. And so once again, I had someone in my inbox and she was asking, about my one-on-one services and do I do a certain thing? And I had to, come back and let them know, no, I don't do that. So for me, working with me one-on-one or in a group, this is the shift that God has had me in. And so I work with my clients holistically, because you can't just come to me for one thing, because usually that one thing is connected to all of these other things. And so once again, think about that content that you're putting out there. Think about the people that you desire to work with. And if they don't fit the wheelhouse, don't make them fit, because I know that there are people out there that will say, well, hey, if they can't go into this program, make something up. No, if that's not if God didn't tell you to make something up, if that's not something that you offer, don't make it up. Don't do that. And I know that they teach it out there. I know that they do. So that way you don't lose money. But my thing is, you want to operate in integrity. Yes, Regina, there you go. There you go. So once again, talking to them via your content. And so one thing I love to do with my clients is to show them the different ways and different types of content that they can put out there and actually how to structure it. My clients will tell you, they can literally send me content. So one of my groups, they're literally putting posts in the group. Okay, Bev, this is what I'm thinking about posting, before they actually post it. That's the level of support. I remember one of my new accelerators. One of my new accelerators, she was like, I knew I had to work with you because of how in depth you are with your clients when it comes to their offers, when it comes to their business. I need to know the ins and outs of what's going on, because it allows for me to create things that are customizable to you. That's what I love. So like I said, literally I'll go through with their posts. Hey, have you thought about this? Hey, consider that type of thing. I shared the other day about one of my clients with her sales script. Actually, she's one of my accelerators, one of my new accelerators. So I'm like, hey, let me listen to some of your sales calls so we can go through, because once again, that's the level of support that I desire to give to my clients. So that's why you'll never see me, saying, hey, I have this group coaching program and it has 500 people in there. I don't roll like that. And like I said, my background is in education and training. I know how people learn. And so, yeah, you may have some of the big name people that have the numbers in the hundreds and then the thousands, and that's fine for them. But the type of transformation that God has called me to have, I can't have those numbers like that. So that's why you'll see especially something like my accelerator, something like my mastermind, something like that at that level. First of all, that's why the price point is the way that it is. My accelerator is $6,500 if you pay in full, or 3 payments of $1,875. But think about it. If you're investing at that level, there should be a higher level of touch point when it comes to your offer. So some of you guys have invested at that level, $10,000, $20,000 with people, and I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm sorry. But that's why, one, my pricing is the way that it is. So I don't have to have 100 people in a program to meet the quota or whatever it is. But having those smaller numbers allows for me to do those deep dives. So once again, this particular person, we're going to work on her specific sales script. So she has a sales script that's specific to her. I told you guys with one of my accelerators, she was killing it in club. Well, let me rephrase that. She was getting the numbers in Clubhouse, so she was getting the people in her rooms, but she wasn't able to close it. I said, okay, cool. Let me know the next time you have your room. Went into her room so that way I could hear what was going on. This was before replays were even a thing. So I went into her room. I said, okay, bet, let's go ahead and schedule your call. And then once again, we created an outline specific for her. And so if you go back, and you'll see me posting these testimonies, if you go back, or you can even go to my the link above my head, you'll see one of those accelerators where I was saying, she has this number of people in her Clubhouse room. She's, booking 10 and 15 sales calls over a 2-week period. Imagine for you guys if you had 10, 15 sales calls over a 2-week period. But once again, it was because I was able to be specific. So think about what it is that you bring to the table as a coach. What is it special about working with you? Why should they invest with you and not with another coach? You should have that level of confidence in what it is that you offer. That's the level. So once again, what makes what you offer so different from another coach that may offer something similar? You should be able to speak to that. Why should they invest with you instead of someone else? You see what I'm saying? So once again, have that kind of, your content has your conversation, and then of course, conversation. Well, you're actually having conversations with people. So whether or not it's a messenger, whether or not you pick it up on the phone, it's via Zoom, the world is open up. Go on outside and have a conversation with people. I'm just saying. I will be a messenger a lot today. Having conversations, starting conversations with people, ending conversations, seeing, hey, do you want to be in the next round of this accelerator? But once again, there's criterion to being in the accelerator because it's not for everybody. It is what it is. But I want those, and the reason why you want to have criteria and parameters and all of that stuff for your offers because you want the people to get the results. So you want to have your ideals in the program. So you have to be super crystal clear on it. I'm just saying. All right. So you guys, today you can still close clients today. I'm telling you, you can still close clients today. This last day of May at the time of this recording, May 31st. Okay. All right, you guys, I just wanted to hop in here so we can do our quick check-in, and then I'm going to check in with you guys later on today to see how things are going. Okay. So you guys, once again, make that checklist. Go back to the checklist that we talked about at the very beginning of this challenge. Sit down with it. Once again, make a list of people that you would love to work with and why you want to work with them. And go out there and have a conversation with those people and watch what happens. Okay? All right, you guys, that is all that I have. So, of course, if you have any specific questions for me, please feel free to reach out to me on whatever platform you're watching this on. So whether or not you're watching me live or on the replay, hey, my replay viewers, type in hashtag, put your hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff. Okay? All right, you guys. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I pray you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day, and I will check in with you guys a little bit later. You guys take care. Take care. Take care.